Alright, so this model shows the spleen, the relationship amongst the spleen, the pancreas, the duodenum, and the vessels associated with these structures. So here we have the spleen, and this is the hilum of the spleen. This here is the pancreas, the whole structure. You have the head of the pancreas, which lies within the C-shaped duodenum. So here you have the head of the pancreas, the body and the tail of the pancreas going towards the spleen. Alright, and then we have the duodenum. Now we have removed the stomach from the anterior aspect of this model. So here you have the junction of the pylorus with the first part of the duodenum. So here you have the first part of the duodenum, and then the superior duodenal flexure would be here, and then the second part of the duodenum. This is the second part of the duodenum, the inferior duodenal flexure, the third part of the duodenum, and finally you have the fourth part of the duodenum, and after that you will have the duodenojejunal flexion. Alright, so in the first part of the duodenum, this is the first part of the duodenum, but we have a couple of important things in the second part of the duodenum, and these are the opening of the main pancreatic duct. So this here in white is the main pancreatic duct, and this goes and opens into the second part of the duodenum. But just before opening into the second part of the duodenum, it combines with the bile duct. So here in green you can see the bile duct. So this is the gallbladder, and then here you will have the bile duct which comes here, and together the main pancreatic duct and the bile duct, they form a dilated part which is known as the hepatopancreatic ampulla or the ampulla of water, which then opens into a raised summit which is known as the major duodenal papilla inside the lumen of the second part of the duodenum. In case there is the presence of an accessory pancreatic duct, that is going to open onto the minor duodenal papilla. Alright, and then this is the third part of the duodenum, and a very important relation here is with the superior mesenteric vessels. Right. Now let's talk about the major vessels that we see here. So this here is, I'm going to turn it around. This is the celiac trunk. Alright. So the celiac trunk gives off an artery which is the splenic artery. Right. So here you have the splenic artery, and with that the accompanying splenic vein. Alright. So the splenic artery goes and it supplies the pancreas and then goes towards the spleen. This is the splenic artery, and this here is the common hepatic artery. The common hepatic artery gives off a branch which is known as the gastroduodenal artery. The gastroduodenal artery then gives the superior pancreatico-duodenal branch. Alright, and this is going to be the proper hepatic artery, which along with the portal vein and the bile duct forms the portal triad, which then enters into the liver. Alright, and then if you see here, these are the two superior mesenteric vessels, the superior mesenteric artery and the superior mesenteric vein, and this is a branch from the superior mesenteric artery. This is the inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery. Alright, and then if I turn this around, so at the back side of this you can see these are the same two vessels that we talked about, which lie anterior to the third part of the duodenum, the superior mesenteric artery and the superior mesenteric vein, and this is the inferior pancreatico-duodenal branch of the superior mesenteric artery. So this is the superior mesenteric artery. Alright, and this, like we discussed previously, is the splenic vein. The splenic vein is joined by the inferior mesenteric vein, and then behind the neck of the pancreas, the splenic vein and the superior mesenteric vein join to form the portal vein. So this here is the portal vein, and here we can see the portal vein, the hepatic artery and the bile duct present here.